Israel says its military is ramping up operations in northern and central Gaza. And this Memorial Day weekend is expected to be the busiest travel period in nearly 20 years. Good morning. I'm Windsor Johnston with NPR News, and here are today's top stories. The Israeli military says it's ramping up its operations in northern and central Gaza. NPR's Kat Lonsdorf reports that troops are also pushing deeper in their ground invasion of the southern city of Rafah.
In the early stages of the war, Israel's military went systematically from the north to south. Now, Israeli troops are fighting throughout the area. In Rafah, in the south, where some 1.3 million people were sheltering, the Israeli military has ordered people to flee as troops invade. Many had already been displaced by this war. But the spaces to flee to are shrinking. In central and northern Gaza, fighting has intensified again. And Israel has taken control of and closed the southern Rafah crossing, the only very limited way for Palestinians to leave. One man NPR recently reached in the north was sheltering with his grandchildren. He told us, "The shells come from everywhere and the snipers are shooting. The situation is very, very difficult." Kat Lonsdorf, NPR News, Tel Aviv.
Senate Republicans have once again blocked bipartisan legislation aimed at strengthening security at the southern border. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he brought the measure up for a second vote to underscore Republican opposition to it. President Biden's re-election team is opening another campaign office in North Carolina today. NPR's Tamara Keith reports Biden is focusing heavily on the state, which Donald Trump narrowly won in the 2020 race for the White House.
In the majority black community of Rocky Mount in eastern North Carolina, the new Biden campaign office shares space with the county party. As Democratic National Committee Chairman Jamie Harrison delivered remarks, the small meeting room was so packed with people the air conditioning couldn't keep up.
You're powerful here in North Carolina.
Yes. All right.
You are powerful here in North Carolina. You are now a battleground state.
Yeah, that's right.
This is one of more than 150 offices the Biden campaign says it has opened in key states around the country. Tamara Keith, NPR News, Rocky Mount.
The Memorial Day weekend is expected to be the busiest travel period in nearly 20 years. AAA spokesperson Aixa Diaz says an estimated 44 million people are expected to travel at least 50 miles from home between today and Monday.
We always just recommend plan ahead. Try to leave as little to chance as possible because the unexpected will happen regardless. But you do want to be at least prepared. Prepare your vehicle, prepare your family if you're hitting the airport, get there 2 hours early, avoid checking a bag if possible.
The Transportation Security Administration predicts nearly 3 million people will pass through checkpoints at U.S. airports today. This is NPR.